right, so I'm going to say something that's probably not very popular. And it's not popular because a lot of people tell you things like how much they want to help other people. And that's cool. But most people are not interested in helping someone else. Most people are trying to help themselves. Most people, if there was a plate of food and you hadn't eaten in 2 or 3 days, you are going to take that plate and you're going to consume that entire plate. You're not going to be concerned about whether somebody else has had something to eat or not, unless it's probably your children or your wife or your family, somebody in your family. Outside of that, you're not a whole lot concerned about that. You're going to take that plate and eat until you're full. And some people would call that, oh, he's greedy. I would just say he's hungry. You know, that person is hungry. So when a man is hungry, you know, he should be focused on getting himself something to eat. That's my focus. I am focused on making money. A business can be a lot of different things. People can say a business is about going out and helping other people, you know, providing jobs to other people and all of that good stuff. Not for me. That's not my focus in business. My focus is to get my business established and then to start selling the service that I sell to start making money. That's what it's all about. Nothing else is really on my mind other than that. Now, I don't do anything that is illegal or that is immoral to make money, but that is the focus. If you take a look at a person that's selling records, you know, selling music, what they are concerned about is not necessarily, oh, how much or how many records they sold. How much money did you make? That's the bottom line. How much money, right? Because at the end of the day, it's about you being able to sustain yourself and your business. You see, to me, it's like me driving down the street and wondering what's going on in another man's house, what's going on with he and his wife. That's not my business. That's their business. Those are things that they should be concerned about. I have enough on my plate to be concerned about than to be worried about what's going on in someone else's house. For example, come the 15th of this month, just a few days, I have $4,500 that I have to pay the government for quarterly taxes. Then I have another $600 or $700 that I have to pay the state in taxes. So that's $5,200 that I have to come up with on June 15th. And that happens every quarter. And it doesn't matter how well business is going, I have to make those payments. So in order to make those payments, I have to do what I do well. I have to be in business and I have to be concerned and on top of my business. If I don't do that, then I have a problem. And the problem is I'm probably be going out of business if I don't make money. So I have to focus on the activity, focus on the details that allow for me to make money. If you've been in your freight broker business for 3 or 4 years and you're not making money, then what is the purpose in being in business? A lot of you are just in business to say that you're in business. That's not my thing. And it's okay with me if that's your way of looking at it. I don't have any problem with that. But for me, it's about making money. That's what the whole purpose of a business. That's why you started your business, right? You started your business so you can go out and make money and provide for yourself, provide for you and your family. That's what it's about. In order for you to do that, you have to be pretty good at what it is that you do. To be the breadwinner of your family and that breadwinning be based on your business, you have to be focused. Intently focused, intentional about what it is that you're doing, day in and day out. It can't be something that you approach as a pastime, something you approach as a hobby. It has to be something that you are doing every single day, focused on it. When things go off track, you have to be the person that's putting it back on track. Some of you are focused on the trivial things. You want to worry about who your factoring company is, who your surety company is, how many employees you have working for you, how many customers you have. All of that stuff is good. That's good if you want to look at it that way. But to me, those are the trivial things. I focus on providing a service to a customer and making money, right? As long as I provide that service, as long as I provide value to customers, I'll be able to make money. The second that I don't do that, then I have a problem. So I have to be focused on that. In order to do it well, I believe we have to be focused on those things. Have intense focus around doing the things, the activities in the business that allow for you to make money, right? What are the activities in your business? What are the money-making activities in your business that you have to focus on? Me, it's about customers. It's about providing that service to a customer, providing value to the customer, letting them see that what I'm doing is something that they need, something that they are benefiting from. And when you do that, you're going to get more opportunities from that customer. If you don't do that, you won't be in business for long. So this idea that you should be so concerned and so worried about what somebody else is doing, to me, is foolish. I don't care about how much money a truck driver is making. I don't care about how much money another freight broker is making, because it does not feed me. It does not put money in my pocket. What I am concerned about is my own business. I pay particular attention to what's going on in my business, because when things go wrong, I am the one that has to put it back on track. If I'm not paying attention, then I'm not seeing what's happening and my business is steadily going off track. If you do that, if you focus on the wrong things, you will find yourself out of business. That's how it goes. That's the world that we live in, right? So what I want to implore you to do is to be focused on your own business. I mean, take care of your own business. When you hear people say taking care of your own business, that means paying special attention to what's happening in your own life, what's happening in your own business. Because I can't be worried about what someone else is doing or what they're not doing. I can't worry about that. They have to concern themselves with that, because I can't fix it for you. You have to be able to fix it. If you see something that is not right, that is not happening according to how you want it to happen, then you have to make adjustments. You have to look at it and say, what's going wrong here? What is it that I'm not doing? What is it that I could do better in order to get a better result? You see, because at the end of the day, the money is what matters. I know people say, oh, you're greedy, or you don't care about other people. That wouldn't necessarily be true, but parts of it would be. I am greedy. I'm hungry, right? I am in the stage of my life where I have to go out and make things happen. I have a family to support. I have a life that I have that, I want to live a certain lifestyle. I have dreams and goals that I want to accomplish. So when you have those type of things on your plate, you have to be self-centered. You have to be concerned about you. You have to be focused on what is important to you. Because the second that you don't, if you're not focused, you won't make it. It's that simple. Think about it. Steph Curry, LeBron James, you think they're worried about what another basketball player is doing? No, they are focused on their own abilities. They are focused on improving themselves, improving their own skill set, putting in the time, putting the energy and effort into what it is that I am doing. How can I improve the little things? How can I get better at providing this service to the customer? How can I get better at bringing value to my customer? How can I get better at moving loads? How can I get better at pricing loads? How can I get better at customer relationships? What is it that I can do to make myself better? How can I get better at sales? There are so many things that you have to do. I promise you, if you would focus on the things that are going on with you, you wouldn't have time to worry about what's happening with someone else. I don't necessarily think it's about greed. I think it's just about being hungry, right? And when a person is hungry, that person has to eat. That person has to eat until he's not hungry anymore, right? That's how I look at it. So it's not that I just don't care about other people, because I do care about people. I care that, people want certain things in life, and I would like for them to achieve those things. I want to see people do well. I care about people from that standpoint. But I am not so focused and concerned on whether that person does it or they don't do it. If they do it, great. If they don't do it, that's no skin off of my back. I don't lose anything because a person does not do something, right? If you look at something that I'm doing, if you watch our YouTube channel and you can get something from what it is that we share on the channel, I'm so happy for that. But if you don't, I don't lose any sleep. I don't lose any money because you don't get it, right? I think it's all up to us. It's up to you and I to decide what it is that we want in life and then go after it. I mean, spend your day, spend your every waking hour going after what it is that you want. Because the one thing is for sure, there will come a time when you can't do it. So while you can, while you have your health, while you have energy, while you're confident and you're, looking at life as to saying, hey, there are certain things that I want to accomplish in this life. When you look at it that way, you say, okay, well, what does it take to get it done? Then you have to decide to make whatever sacrifice that you have to make to achieve your goals and your dreams. That's what it's about, sacrificing. And I think it's too often that people don't realize that everything comes with a sacrifice, right? Either they don't realize that or they just don't want to make the sacrifice. And if you don't want to make sacrifices, you don't want to be successful in business. You can say you want to be successful all day long, but if you're not willing to put in the work, and I mean overtime, I mean putting in hours and hours and hours after a 40-hour period. To me, 40 hours is just like the start. Everything over 40 hours determine how successful you will be. You got to work, man. You got to work at this thing. I work hard every day trying to be a little bit better than I was the previous day, right? And what I do know is that if I slip, if I fall, it's up to me to get back up and keep trying, keep going after it. I can't tell you the number of mistakes that I've made. I can't tell you the times that I have said to myself, man, it seems like this thing is never going to come together. But after I say that, I said, okay, well, let's just keep working. Let's just keep going after it and see what happens. I believe that when a person works, especially when they're on the right track. Now, you can't just be working on, or like, for example, you're on you got a map of New York and you are actually trying to get somewhere in Chicago. It doesn't matter how much you use that map, how much energy and effort you put into it, you're never going to get to where it is that you want to go. But when you have the right map, you can figure it out. You can put the work in. So as long as you're in the right thing, for example, choosing the right business based off of what it is that you feel like you can bring to the business, right? Based off of what you like, what you don't like, right? To me, it's not really about liking or disliking a particular thing. To me, it's about, can I go in this space and make money? Some of you have been in business 3 and 4 years and you haven't made any money. You talk about things like who your surety bond provider is, who this is or who that is, and all of that stuff is the trivial parts of a business. You have to at some point move past that and focus on the money-making activity. That's what it's about. At the end of the day, that is what a business is about. The purpose, hear me well on this, the purpose of a business, the number one purpose of you having a business, at least the number one purpose of me having a business, is to make money. That is the purpose. That is the reason why I came into business, to make money. That's why I started a freight broker business. I didn't start it to provide jobs for other people. No, that's not why I started it. I started it to say, how can I get in a business and make a lot of money? What business can I come into and make loads and loads of money, right? Because that's the world that we live in. We live in a world that if you don't have a sufficient amount of money, you suffer. That's how it goes. So I was looking for a business that I could come into and make money. And I don't mean $100,000. I mean lots and lots of money, right? I mean hundreds of thousands, even up into the millions of dollars. And I hadn't made $1 million yet, not in 1 year anyway. But I think that if you keep moving toward whatever goal that you have, and you have serious effort behind what it is that you're doing, you are in the right space, you'll eventually get to where it is that you want to go. I believe that. That's just how I look at it. So that's what I wanted to share with you really quickly this morning on this beautiful Sunday morning, is to let you know that a business is about making money. All of the other stuff is stuff to talk about. All of the other stuff is just a whole bunch of rhetoric. Have a great day. Enjoy this week that's coming up. And more so than anything, go out there and make money. Go out there and make loads and loads of money. Most people don't care about you and your business. The only difference between me and most people is I'm willing to tell you what the real deal is. See you at the top, because the bottom is much too crowded.